This is the iPhone 11. It packs two 12-megapixel cameras at the back, including an ultra-wide lens and a depth sensor. Today, we're going to do like an initial camera review as I've been using the phone for a little over, I don't know, like 5 days now. And I just wanted to share with you guys my findings on how good the iPhone 11 camera really is. Let's go. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure that you do so because we are giving away a Nintendo Switch as well as a bunch of other gadgets including a Samsung Galaxy A50. How to join? Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram. Join our Facebook community. The links to all of those can be found down below. And then the rest of the mechanics are detailed in the videos that are linked in the description box as well. So yeah, join the contests. Good luck. For the first category, let's talk about night shots. One of the most defining feature of the new iPhone 11 is night mode. And please do take note that unlike other devices wherein you have to manually toggle to turn on night mode, the great thing about the iPhone is that the night mode automatically turns on when you need it. So there is no additional toggling, there's no additional turning it on. It just turns on when you need it, which is kind of super Apple-like. You know, if you think about it, it just works, right? So, but anyway, so here are some samples. Now, I took this shot inside our YouTube studio and we dimmed the light very low and we just had like one light bouncing off one of the walls to be able to take the shots that I'm going to show you. And for the first shot, we have one of my good friends, Ison de Guzman, wearing a red hoodie holding up two plushy infinity gauntlets. And what I like about this is that despite the low light, the camera was able to bring out a lot of the detail on the infinity gauntlets. You can see the texture of the plushy material that's used for the gauntlet. You can see the different colors, so the dynamic range is pretty good, ranging from the different colors of the gems or the stones, whatever you want to call them. But most importantly, you can differentiate the shades of red from the gauntlet and the red hoodie that Ison is actually wearing. So again, it is just mind blown as to how advanced and how far we've come with mobile photography, that we're able to take excellent, amazing shots without, you know, toggling anything. This is just all automatic. You just, you know, turn on the camera, you shoot, and it comes out like this. And that's the closest thing you will ever get to like photography magic. Now I also have a shot of Colin holding both gauntlets as well in like an X type of position. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same. You get a lot of the detail both on his face, on his hair, on the gauntlets, and even on the table. It's even able to capture some of the details of the custom sofa that we had made at the back. So again, I'm just really amazed, guys. Smartphones these days have come a long way when it comes to taking shots in low light. But now let's get out of the studio. Here are some of the shots that I was able to take using the iPhone 11 out in the wild. And for the first shot, I want to show you a dark corridor that was taken, and this was somewhere around Gloria Maris, and this was taken, take note, at around 10:30 in the evening with very low light. And if you take a look at the shot, everything is illuminated, from the green like plants on the left side to the green bars on the right side. You can even clearly read Green Hills at the very back. You can see the signages at the back as well, and even the details of the cement floor. Bam! Solid, right? But let's take it a step further. I took another night shot this time around with Colin on it. And wow, you can still see the detail again. You can even see the small like design cues of the Yeezy Boost 350 that he's wearing. The frozen yellow from the red markings to the gray like zebra lines. Even little details don't escape the camera in low light. You have the G-Shock camera on his left wrist. You have the small details of the private label body bag that he's wearing across his chest. You can actually make out the different shades of red on the bag with the black, which again you usually lose when you are taking low light shots with your camera. One more shot, I took a picture of the Gloria Maris signage again with the pitch black sky illuminated with the low light night shot capabilities of the iPhone. You can see Gloria Maris spelled out beautifully well, the textures of the colors of the greens and the reds. The signage at the top is kind of blurred, so that's the only like big issue that I see with it. But if you actually take a look at the far like left, you can even still read out the Starbucks coffee signage and the Chili's signage, which again, wow, ang galing lang talaga, guys. Cameras these days, man. Now, before we get to the ultra-wide mode, which I think is what a lot of you are, anticipating with this camera review, I want to talk about the new and improved portrait mode that the iPhone 11 brings to the table. Not only are they able to capture like faces and humans, they're also able to capture animals, objects, whatever, and apply the portrait mode, which is basically that creamy bokeh background. So first up, we have a cat, because I love cats, you guys know that. And I'm going to show you a couple of photos of Dusty while sitting down admiring my Jordan 1 on the sofa. And this is where the AI and the algorithm of the A13 chip really kicks in, because I am completely blown away with how they were able to really find out and smooth out the edges so that it actually still looks sharp. Because usually when you take photos like this, smaller details get blurred out, like your glasses get cut off, your hair, the ends of your hair get blurred out as well. But the shot here, my God, it's really good. They were able to really outline the cat beautifully well. They were able to outline the sofa exceptionally well, and even the sneaker at the side was also preserved. So the background is really blurred at the back, while the foreground really stands out. And again, for a camera phone to do stuff like this, OMG, OMG. And next up, we have another cat, and this time it's Rumfold. He's like my white Scottish fold. And again, it's the same effect, guys. You can see the outline of the edges of his body with the fur. It's able to preserve the colors. You can see his blue eyes, the yellow brownish tinges along his fur. And again, I keep saying again, but I'm really just flabbergasted and at a loss for words on how advanced cameras are on smartphones. Some of you young guys are probably thinking, wow, that's normal. But hey, I grew up with a time when you really had to use film on cameras, on big bulky cameras, guys. And I was there when the first smartphones came out, and I can tell you, the cameras then, they completely, absolutely, incredibly sucked, okay? So this is really a big step forward for me. But hey, it's not just animals you can apply portrait mode to. Here is a shot of a Food Panda bike parked at BGC. And man, you can really see the small details. The colors just pop, and the background is blurred perfectly. Again, an example of how you can apply the portrait mode, not just on people, not just on animals, but even on inanimate objects. And speaking of inanimate objects, this is a portrait mode shot of a sign that was planted on the ground over at BGC, and you can clearly see the portrait mode in full effect. The text, I'm taking a breather, and the finer details of the grass clearly illuminated and sharp. At the back, it's blurred, creamy, dreamlike bokeh. So again, another nice example of the portrait mode on an inanimate object. Heck, you can even apply the bokeh mode during like low light conditions. This is a shot of what looks to be like a lion, like figure statue, and despite the low light conditions, the background is blurred pretty well. The detail of the stone really pops out despite the lighting condition. So those were just a few samples of the portrait mode of the iPhone 11 that I wanted to bring to your attention. Next up, let's talk about ultra wide, and this is where it becomes really fun for two situations. The first situation is if you wanna capture like big landscape or big scenarios with one snap of your camera. And this is really captured pretty well with the shot that I was able to take over at BGC. You see the details. You're able to capture the two pedestrian lanes on the left and the right being able to form that diamond or that arrow in the middle. You're able to capture all the clouds as they are moving at the top. Beautifully lit, beautifully creamy white, almost cotton candy-like in texture and in nature. You have that pop of red with the building in the middle. I can't remember what building it is, but you guys see the building. So again, an amazing example of how to be able to use the ultra wide lens of the camera. Here's another shot, this time again in BGC High Street. You have the amazing like sky with the clouds, you have the cars, you have the cement, you have the colors all popping, you have the greens, the buildings. Whew. Next, we have a shot of the Yeezy 350 Boost V2 Cloud White with the background of BGC High Street. So as you can see, guys, captures the clouds, it captures the floor, it captures everything else because of the ultra-wide lens of the camera. You will probably notice that my hand is kind of a bit longer because that is the issue with the ultra-wide. It kind of elongates some parts of the edges of the shot, but you can actually use this to your advantage if you are taking selfies and if you want, not selfies, if you want to take shots for Instagram and you want to look taller. So just take the shot from below and then switch it to ultra-wide, and you'll definitely look a little bit leaner and taller. And of course, the ultra-wide allows for you to be able to take shots of big people without having to keep moving back, because you're going to have eventually you'll run out of space, right? So this one, with one tap of ultra-wide, you can capture a bigger space, a bigger amount of people in one shot of your camera. Now, for normal shots, without using the wide, without using portrait, without using night mode, obviously the camera is able to take amazing quality photos during daytime and even during low light conditions. It's really just a testament to how good cameras have come in such a short amount of time with smartphones. So we have shots of sneakers here. The details are kept really well. The different textures of the New Balance 997 Condura is captured beautifully. You have the Dimension 6 signal. The colors are popping. You have the Asus ROG Gaming ROG Phone 2. The colors are there. The background is there. What else do we have here? You have this eel that I was able to take a picture of during at Gloria Maris. You have the eyes, you have the textures of the skin, you have the different pigmentations, the discolorations, all coming out. Here's a close-up shot of food in case you guys are hungry. You have beef with broccoli. You have like rice with some sort of sauce. I think it's Fukian rice if I'm not mistaken. So here's another shot of like a couple of sneakers that came out at Case Study. So this is a collaboration between K-Swiss and Ghostbusters. So you have one with Slimer and you have one with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So again, wow, wow, wow. Insofar as initial impressions go, I am really blown away with the quality of the camera of the iPhone 11, especially coming from the iPhone XS Max. But it comes really more from the versatility that's given by the ultra-wide, and it also comes with the improved portrait bokeh mode that I can use when it comes to my shots that I have for my Instagram. Now, the big question is, should you buy the iPhone 11 based solely on the camera? It really depends on why you are using the camera in the first place. Because if you're just a hobbyist, you're just somebody who, you know, loves to take pictures every now and then, but you don't actually earn from it, it doesn't actually help you in any big way, then you might be better off just buying like cheaper phones. Like buy the iPhone XR, buy the previous generations of the iPhone, or might experiment maybe even with Android phones. But if you are like somebody who's a professional, be it an influencer, a content creator, somebody who's into art, somebody whose pictures will matter to the income that you will generate or to the career that you have, then it makes sense to actually invest in something like this, because it actually does away with you needing to bring around a big DSLR or mirrorless camera. And that is the main selling point, I think, of the flagship smartphones today. They're more cameras than they are phones. They're literally like a kick-ass camera with a phone than it is a phone with a camera, if you get what I mean. And with that said, let me just give you guys a quick public service announcement. If you are going to buy iPhones, please do take note that if you buy in the gray-black market right now, they do not support LTE band 28, which is the one that's being rolled out by both telcos here in the Philippines. So that's the 700 megahertz band. So if ever you are going to buy an iPhone, I would really just recommend that one, you wait for the local official release, because it will support the 700 LTE band 28. And number two, when you buy iPhones locally during the actual official launch, you get a lot of freebies. When Beyond the Box sold their iPhone, they gave like almost 10,000 pesos in accessories for free. For free. That includes the case, the tempered glass, some earphones. You get all of that for free just as long as you buy during the actual release date. And apart from that, you also save some money because the prices right now are really just inflated. But hey, if you want to be first and you don't mind missing out on one of the biggest bands that being rolled out in terms of LTE connectivity in the Philippines, then be my guest, go ahead and buy one. I had to buy one, to be honest, just to review it on this channel. But if I didn't have this channel, if I didn't have a YouTube account, I probably would just wait for the official release. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed our vlog for today. Please do watch out for more content coming your way this week. I have a ton of videos planned. There will be some days I'll be dropping 2 videos. There's a day that I'm planning on dropping 3 videos. So please make sure to just stay tuned. Watch everything that I come out with, because I do this because you guys watch it. So it's fun that way. So with that said, I hope you're all having a great week. Peace. God bless. What's up? Boom.